With this day and age, a lot of folks are trying to get the licensing in different states. They may come to you for LiveScan in the state they reside in if you're offering fingerprinting in that state on LiveScan, which is fine. But what if they come into you for fingerprinting services, but it's needed for a different state? In most cases, you're going to need most cases, you're going to need an ink card fingerprinting done for a different state. And typically the ink cards look like this here, which is called an FD258 ink card. You fingerprint on the ink card and you give it back to them. Now, like we said early in, this is about 3 money-making fingertips. So let me break this down to you as simple as possible about fingerprinting. When I travel, no matter where I go, I got an ink pad and a whole bunch of ink cards for different reasons. I'm a notary too. I always get my journal with me too, because you never know who's going to ask me for the services. I'm not the best mathematic person around here, but I'm going to keep this simple as possible. For us, for JW, 2 of these here gets me 1 of these. Let me repeat myself. If I do 2 of these here, just 2, gives me 1 of these here. That means we're charging over $50 per card. For 2 ink cards, that's $100. Now some folks out there tell me, well, that's too much money. It might be for certain folks, but those who want it done professionally in the right way, without having any challenges with prints down the line, pay us that money. Okay then, so tip number 1, ink card fingerprinting. Ink card fingerprinting. And like I said, they pay you. Okay, they will pay you there. Now, tip number 2 is mobile fingerprinting. People right now don't like to travel for different things. It could be a weather issue where they're unable to travel to a place to get fingerprinted because there might be some floods nearby. They might pay you to come to them or meet at a different venue versus at their home or office. It might be because of weather damage, something like that. You come to a different location, you fingerprint them. So you're making money not just for fingerprinting or for notarization, for example. You're making money from traveling. There's different things you can include in your travel fees. It could be for special hours. Write that down, folks. Special hours. It could be for urgent mobile services the very last second. Perhaps they're contacting you within 3 business days or within 24 hours to go to that unknown location to fingerprint them. Write this down, folks, please. A lot of folks say, well, I got a set fee of $40 or $60. Fine. Stay busy, stay broke. When you get paid, you get productive. Stay busy, stay broke, get productive, get paid. So again, mobile fingerprinting. Mobile fingerprinting. Urgent service fees. At the very last moment, within 3 days, there's a certain fee we would charge a customer extra for the last second. Think about it. You take an airline flight, or you can book a hotel at the very last second. They can charge you extra for that. Services still might be the same, but all of a sudden they can make a lot of changes for you and your staff, or family changes or arrangements to fingerprint somebody. But they pay you for the concierge service. They pay you for the professional convenience services. So for mobile fingerprinting, here's some nuggets again. Urgent mobile service. It could be also for special hours. What does that mean? Traveling during non-business hours. Okay then? And perhaps you get there, you might have to wait. How many times you get to a location for mobile fingerprinting or even for a notary for loan doc signing, and they're not there yet? Are you getting paid waiting? Okay then, waiting fees. Write that down. Okay, these are all additional services you can add, different fees you can add into your mobile services when you fingerprint or even doing loan doc signing. Urgent service fees, special hours, waiting fees. I know a whole bunch of fees. I hear the police coming. I might be taking too much information right now. They might try to shut me down out there, folks. Keep the pen and paper coming. I'm going. All right then, that's all nuggets right there for mobile fingerprinting for now. Tip number 3, and this is very important. Multiple streams of taking payment, multiple payment methods. They may want to pay you cash, which is okay. but something may not have changed. They might want that change. I'm going to talk about that. Make sure I come back to how you work around the change issue in a few seconds there, okay? Remind me of that.
All right.
You might also be able to take payment via credit card. This is from Square. It's very good for mobile services or even at your office to take with you. As long as you have a connection to the internet, you can take the payment right away and get approval right away. Okay then? So you're able to take cash, credit card. Now, some folks take checks. For us, we don't do it unless it's a very large organization that we know, like, and trust. Because sometimes you might do a mobile service for somebody, you're going to pay you a check. You hit that transmission button, if there's a live scan, the background check goes off, the background check is completed. It's taking to charge you fees for those government fees from the live scan, and all of a sudden your check bounce. Now you get to chase after those people who owe you money. Good luck with that, especially in this day and age. So to be able to take cash, credit card payments, perhaps direct deposit to certain accounts. If you have certain accounts, you're able to take people's money, which is fine. So Stripe is a good one to have. They're able to take financing of payments from your customers. Let me go back more in detail about Stripe. If you're able to have people pay you online by scheduling a service and paying ahead of time online, increases your cash flow. And by able to get payments online ahead of time, now the customer has the skin in the game to make sure they get fingerprinted. If they schedule an appointment and they don't show up and you're waiting for them, you're not getting paid. So if you do mobile services, go to take cash and credit card payments, which is fine, but try to get paid ahead of time. If they come into you, schedule online where they have to have an appointment and make them pay ahead of time for certain services like for ink cards. Now, if it's a live scan, you might not know the set fee until they come in, but charge them a deposit. Okay then? These are just different ways that add up of making money fingerprinting. And for us, write this down, folks, we have certain platforms that we use that people pay us online. They can pay us directly to our Square account. They can pay us directly to our PayPal account. They can pay us directly to our Stripe account. Okay then? Square, PayPal, Stripe are just different portals you can use, or merchants that you can use to take payment, especially when they pay you online. Okay then? So try to have multiple streams of ways of collecting payment from your customers there. Now, let's circle back. I mentioned something about
the money.
About the money. Something they come to us, they have a nice big bill paying us. It might be like a change of $5 or $6. We say, we have no more cash. We just ran out of cash. But if you like, you can leave that technician over there a tip. And the technicians are going like, yes. And you put them on the spot. It works. They know what's going on there. They don't have to give a tip. They could get change. But most of the time, they say, go ahead and keep it, give them a tip. And it works. Remember, these are just a couple of ways to make money fingerprinting. Okay, then. Circle back to tip. Online scheduling, again, the system that we use allows people to give us a tip. And we get people ask them, who's going to tip you guys just to schedule an appointment? It's called customer engagement. Our conversation with the customers on the phone before they schedule an appointment leaves in a positive state of mind. We get tips for $1 over 30, 40, 50 bucks. Tips online to schedule an appointment before they even show up. We get these fat tips, and we thank them when they come in. Okay, I'm trying to be real for you folks. If you don't ask, you don't know.